This is something I have to talk about, because I really have to get to the bottom of it. I've been trying for a long, long time. So this is going to be a little graphic, if you don't want to be about graphic, and it's about animals. Like, I used to work in an animal shelter. I've grown up with animals my whole life, but I used to work in an animal shelter a while back, and I worked there for like 8 to 10 years, and I volunteered another one before that. But I wanted to learn everything about it, and I did. I went to Cornell and I learned a lot. They had mini conferences. Well, what I ended up doing, and I got to make this video as short as possible, but what I ended up doing was euthanizing and assisting in euthanasia first, and then doing the euthanasias, which I backed out of. And I said, well, I can still assist. And the part that gets me, because we were all okay, so by the time we got to euthanasia, it wasn't just because, it was because the animal was either too ill, would not recover, or it was too violent and you couldn't place it in a home. So we tried everything we could before that happened. So that was like our last ditch effort. But anywho, so even still knowing that, it's still difficult. But the part was that my job was that I was all around guy. I knew all the animals, and I knew, and it was still good that I was able to hang out with them for a little bit. And I was the last thing that they were able to hang out with, and have a good time. But the hard part for me, and I'm still trying, it's going to take me forever to deal with this. I had to abuse their trust because I had to warm them up and calm them down, and I had to abuse their trust to take them in to be put to sleep. That part haunts me and will haunt me forever. And I had to put this down because I have to really get to the bottom of figure it out. And I forgive myself for doing it because it was my job. And I had to do it, and it was the most humane thing we could do for them at the time, but I still have a hard time forgiving myself for abusing their trust. It still sucks. It's like a conundrum, because I had wonderful times, don't get me wrong. Like, I had a great time trying to get them. Some of them just couldn't be rehabilitated, but we tried, and but my job was like, okay, so this dog has to go. Well, the last thing I could do was just take him down the pen and hang out with him for a few minutes, and he has no clue what's coming. But that's all I had.